Well, good morning, everyone. Day before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to do up a few pumpkin pies and a few apple pies. But first, I will show you how to make a pie crust. And I'm trying to remember when I was first starting out, the tricks of the trade, you know, just easy ways of doing it. All right, so in a bowl, you're going to use 2½ cups of flour, 2/3 cup of Crisco shortening, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then you want to put in a teaspoon of salt, okay? Now your butter, you want to make sure it's nice, cold, chilled. I put it in the freezer and then I just, as you can see, I just shred it into small little pieces, okay? Now, the best tools to use are the hands, okay? It gets a little messy, but so what you want to do is get right in here, use the tips of your fingers and just go like this until it starts getting crumbly, like the size of peas, is what I always try to explain it. Just keep working it. Mix that shortening and butter in good with that flour and salt. And see how it's starting to break up? And it's getting smaller and smaller. Okay, just a little bit more, because the last thing you're going to add is a 1/2 cup of nice ice cold water. In fact, to make sure it's nice and ice cold, I even set that in the freezer. Okay, that looks good. Get my fingers off a little bit here. Told you it's a little messy, but okay, and that's what it looks like. Now I use a big tablespoon. I have 1/2 cup of water here. I'm just going to put most of it in right now. And just quickly work the water into it. See how I'm just going all over like that, working it? You may not need quite a 1/2 cup of water. All depends on how it's holding together, what it looks like with that shortening and butter. Okay, it's looking good. We'll expect more. That should do it. Okay, work that little bit of butter or water in. And there you have it, all nice and mixed. And as you can see, when you're grabbing it, see how it comes out of the bowl really nice? I just plop it right there. And then I form it into a nice ball. And of course the butter's going to soften up really fast in this pie dough because I put it in tiny little pieces. So what you want to do is form it in a little patty, get some plastic wrap, and you can see that's a really nice looking dough. See all the little chunks of butter all throughout it? And you want to cover it in plastic wrap and let it chill in the refrigerator for about an hour. It'll make it a lot easier to work with. And then when that's ready to come out, you can just eyeball it, cut it in half, just like that. Okay, and now you can make 2 single pie crust, or you can make a double pie crust like for an apple pie. Okay, I'm going to save this for my apple pie, but I went ahead already and I'll put that in the fridge after. Let me clean this a little bit up. I went ahead after and I have 1 pumpkin pie in, so when I do my segment on how to do pumpkin pie from scratch, instead of using the Libby's can pumpkin, I thought I'd just quickly do a segment on the pie crust. Okay, as you can see, I have the other half here, and can you see all the chunks of butter? I just hope I ain't gonna make it too soft to work with sitting there, but we'll give it a shot. And I'm gonna try and do it the easiest way for you so that I can remember, because now I just roll it out and just plop it right on there and just go fast with it. All right, you want to put some flour down. I'm going to put down some extra flour because, like I said, with that butter and it's been sitting there, so it's going to be a little soft. All right, kind of want to work it, mush it together. And then just flatten it out. Okay, and then just like that. Now I'm gonna be a little heavier than normal because it's getting soft, and put some flour on top, otherwise the butter and everything is just gonna stick to the rolling pin. Okay, flour your rolling pin, put some flour on the top, and then just gently roll it out. And you don't have to worry if it splits a little bit or something, you can just patch it together. Okay, just keep rolling it out just like that. And if it seems like it's acting like it wants to stick to the rolling pin, just put down a little more flour, okay? And you want to check, especially if it's getting soft, I use one of these, and I just slide it under like that, go around and I loosen it. And then I'm going to put a little more flour under it, because obviously you want to be able to transfer it into your pie dish, okay? And like I said, if it splits a little bit, don't worry about it. You can always patch it up, okay? Now I know that's not big enough just from experience, so I'm going to put down a little more flour and roll it out a little bit more. All right, that looks pretty good. Now if you need to patch, just push it over and gently push down. With all that shortening and butter and stuff, that's gonna seal it right back up. See that? Just like that. Okay, now when I was first starting out, one trick I used to do was I used to take my pie dish that I'm gonna use, okay, and I'd flip it over. Because I'm wondering, wow, God, did I roll that big enough? Is it gonna fit in the pie dish? Well, here's one way to find out. You put this down, okay? And you want about a good 1.5 inches all the way around that you're gonna cut. All right, it's a little bit short on the area. Well, that's the area you need to make just a little bit bigger. This is no big deal. Just flatten a little bit of this out. Patch it right in there, okay? And you can use a knife and go around about 1.5 inches, okay? Just go all the way around. Just get rid of your loose pieces. You can always use the leftover pie crust. Use cookie cutters and decorate your pie, okay? Just throw what you don't need over there off to the side. Just go around, okay? Just like that. I don't do it like this, but I'm just trying to find the easiest way to show you so you know if you got the right size or not to put in your pie dish, okay? And just take the tip of your knife, lift up your pie dish, okay? And you got the dough off to the side. All right, now I like to use this little bench scraper, you know, make sure it's all nice and loosened underneath, which it is. Then you can fold it in half, okay? And then just fold it again so it's like quarter. Try to get a little clean area here to set your pie dish back into, okay? Then you pick up your pie crust. See how nice that picks right up? Put it right in there. You're gonna unfold this, cover up the first half, just like that. Then you're gonna take the rest of it and just flip it right over, okay? And then you wanna go around like this in the edges, lift it up, be gentle, because I just ripped part of that, but that's okay. This patches ever so nicely. One thing about it, you won't even see it. You patch it up just like new, okay? You need a little more, just take another little piece, bring it right over there. Gently press it right down in. Okay? Make sure it's all sitting down in there nice. Just go just like that. And then what you can do, take some scissors, okay? Lift up your crust, your pie dish, I mean, and just go around and even it out. You can leave a little bit of overhang. I'll show you here in a second. It's like giving a little haircut, okay? See, just go right around, just like that. Okay. Put your other scraps over here because you can use them for a lot of things. Another thing you could do if you didn't want to make like roses or cookie cutter leaf shapes or whatever to put on whatever holiday season it is or whatever, to dress it up, or make letters to write Happy Thanksgiving or whatever you want. You could just roll it out, cut it into strips, put it on a baking sheet, and kids love it. Grandkids, oh my God, they just love it. You take and put cinnamon and sugar over it and bake it in the oven. And it doesn't take long at all in the oven on 350. And that's a good little treat snack for them. Okay, now there you go. If you want, you can just flip the top edges over like that. Or, give me 1 second, I'll grab a fork. I'll show you a few other ways. Sorry about that. Or you can take a fork, dip it in flour, just go to the top and just press down, just like that. And that'll give you another decoration. And another thing that you could do, you don't even need scissors. Take your hand, side of your hands, go around the whole thing. You can do it without looking. If there's any overhang, see? It'll get it right off. See that? Don't even need scissors. And there you have it. I happen to get a little bit, okay? Now you can go around with your fork, just like that. A little flour. Make sure you keep your fork floured. And just press down. There's so many different designs. Do you know you can use a lot of different gadgets you have in your kitchen? From a corkscrew to a spoon. Oh God, there's so many things. All right. If you need to patch a little speck so it looks prettier. And my friends, there you go. Okay. All right. We'll see you in a little while when I do my pumpkin pie from scratch. All right. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.